Good morning, good evening to all of you wherever you are. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what is Agile. I'll give you a complete understanding of the Agile concept and Agile mindset. You must have seen a nice car zooming past you. You can't help but appreciate its beauty. Have you thought about what does it take a car company to launch a new car? As per Autoblog, the price tag to develop a new vehicle starts around $1 billion. And it can go up substantially if the new car has a new engine and altogether a new platform. Car companies run huge risk of losing out all the investments made if the car launched fails. So instead of launching a product directly into the market, these companies take a different approach so that the risk with the investment, time and effort is minimized. So what is this approach? The entire process starts with a need, which can be strategy or just a trend for a new model or a car. This is followed by research to determine the market size, demand and the trend. Then a concept car is created during the design process to get an early feedback from the management as well as from the likely customers. And where does that concept car shown? At the trade shows. After there is positive response to the concept of the car, then the car engineering starts. Engineering team engineers the interiors, exteriors, safety, etc. So for example, the engineering team starts with, let's say, one part of the car engineering, which is interior could be. So they design the interior, they look at how it can be done and then take it back to the design team so that they can approve it. It's possible that the next level or next detailing of the concept car is again taken to a trade show to get more feedbacks. This is a way the car companies are going back to the customer, the likely customers, to get a feedback on the product they are going to launch, even before making the actual car in a manufacturing plant. Now, only after the engineering and design teams are satisfied with the car, its interiors, exteriors and safety measures, then the manufacturing starts. Remember, the car manufacturing requires setting up of a plant, which is a huge cost. Now, in this case, what you have seen is that the car companies follow an approach which is iterative and involves early and also frequent customer feedbacks. Now, this is a good example of Agile approach. Now, it's time to look at the question, what is Agile? Is it a process or is it a framework? It's neither a process nor a framework. It's an approach or a way of dealing with an uncertain or turbulent situation. We just saw it used in automobile sector. Software industry also uses Agile approach to deliver software projects. So why does the software industry need it? There are three reasons for it. Number one, software companies develop softwares for businesses and businesses are operating in highly competitive environment. So the complexity of the projects is increasing, thereby increasing the risk of failure. And these two factors also lead to many more changes in the business applications. So the traditional approach like waterfall will not work in these scenarios. So software industry also applies Agile approach to develop software. So what does the Agile approach mean and what are the key ingredients of an Agile approach in the IT industry? So let's start by looking at quick history of how the Agile came into IT industry. In 2001, 17 experts met in Utah, a city in the US, to discuss an alternative approach to document-driven and heavyweight SDLC process, namely waterfall. This group was called Agile Alliance. The Agile Alliance group released Agile manifesto and 12 Agile principles, which form the basis for standardizing and developing frameworks for software development, namely Scrum. Agile manifesto gave the framework for many Agile frameworks. I mentioned Scrum. There are other frameworks as well like stream programming, pair programming, DSDM and many others. So what does the manifesto say? Let's have a look. Agile Manifesto starts with the sentence, "We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it." Through this work, we have come to value these four things: individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. And it ends with the following sentence. That is, while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. So what are these four items? Let's have a look before I conclude this video. First one is individuals and interactions over processes and tools. It looks like we are going back to history, but you have to understand that human mind is much more superior than any kind of a process and a tool. So the idea of Agile is to believe in the Agile team, which is good enough to understand how to do and deliver a project. Next one, working software over comprehensive documentation. Focus is on working software. What does the working mean here? Working is the operative word, which means the working or the value for the customer, not for the software development team. So whatever makes sense in terms of, for example, let's say, can they launch a piece of the software in the market? That is valuable for them. That is the working software. Also, because they are going to be frequent customer collaboration over contract negotiation, which is the third part. So, because there is going to be frequent customer collaboration, which means they would like to see something which is working, which makes sense for them. So, both for getting early feedbacks and also to provide value to the customer, it's important that we focus on working software as well as customer collaboration. The last one is responding to change over following a plan. Change is a part of software development. Customers are going to ask for changes. Now, instead of rejecting the change or finding a way to charge them money, we have to figure out a better way to carry out the changes. Now, the key to this is to divide the entire software project into smaller parts, so that even if one increment or one part of the software which is developed completely goes wrong, the rework is minimal. And that is how this Agile approach suggests us to respond to change. Also, by frequently collaborating with the customer, we are minimizing the opportunity for rework. So, this is how Agile mindset suggests us to go for a framework which follows Agile mindset. And what does the Agile mindset talk about? Iterative approach and the frequent and early customer feedbacks. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.